Adam. Adam. Yes, sir. How we feeling? How we feeling about round 6, y'all? Right now, we're on somewhere around pick 184. I'm pretty sure some people already know a few picks ahead of that. Of course, the Washington Commanders do not pick until pick 205, so we got a little bit of a ways to go, but we're chilling, man. I want to pull up and live stream again for this round 6 pick so we can get not only my live reaction, I want to get y'all's live reaction as well, and I'm just curious who y'all want. Because at this point, man, I'm not going to lie, I don't have a lot of guys that I just absolutely love. You know, typically, and I guess that's indicative of how, like, not great this draft class is compared to other ones. You know what I'm saying? So I typically have like a handful of guys. I'm like in the 7th round, like, man, I would love to get this guy. I don't really have a lot of those this time, man. I mean, I'm looking at Ja'Cory Croskett at running back right now, especially with Ollie Gordon gone. I mean, I like Devin Neal some, but you know, it's slim pickings right now for this draft. Slim pickings. But first of all, shout out to everybody that's in here, man. What's good, Jefferson? Appreciate you for being first. Even though the second comment you put in there is Roll Tide. I don't necessarily love that. This stream got off to a bad start. Matter of fact, we might restart the stream just because of that comment. But I'm playing though. What's good, Jefferson? What's good, LJ? What's happening? Yeah, man. I mean, at this point, honestly, don't even think they're taking edge at all in this draft. I think we're just going to go ahead and sign Zadarius Smith and or safety Justin Simmons after the draft to address edge rusher and safety. What's good? Brent, was good? I think the front office likes the defensive line. I can see us going with a random position like I wouldn't be surprised if there's just this freak athlete. What's good, managed? Because Quinn Ewers just isn't good. I take it as a Georgia Bulldog fan and win against them twice. He ain't good, man. I don't want him. I don't even want him as a backup. What's good, White? Hey, man, I would love to bring in Gabe Taylor as like an undrafted free agent. I think that would be really fun. I think that would be perfect. I would love all of the behind the scenes behind that pick. I want to hear the call, like when they call him and let him know and all of that type of stuff. I want and just let you know the Saints just took Devin Neal, so he's off. So yeah, Ja'Cory Croskett is easily my favorite running back that's available. I know a lot of people like Damian Martinez because he breaks a lot of tackles. But I personally, I prefer I prefer Ja'Cory Croskett at this point. I want some ceiling, man. I don't need floor. I need ceiling. I need a guy that can come in here and potentially take us to another level at the running back position. Appreciate that, White Rabbit. Appreciate that big time, man. I'll be chilling, man. I'll just be doing my thing. I'll be having fun, but I appreciate the fact that y'all love it, man. What's good, Jacob? Who did Washington get in the 6th round? We haven't selected yet. That's why I wanted to make sure I started live streaming before we pick, so that I could be here for whenever we did finally make that pick. We have not made that pick yet, though. We do not pick for another 20 picks. What is it? Where are we at? 185? Yeah, we don't pick for another 20 picks, so buckle up. I'm just curious where everybody's feeling right now and where everybody's temperature at. First of all, let me know how y'all feel about the current draft so far with the 3 picks we've made. It is crazy that we're in the 6th round and we still have only made 3 picks in the entire draft, but you got to remember that Laramie Tunsil, Deebo Samuel, and Marshawn Lattimore are technically a part of your draft class, because the reason you only have 3 picks so far in this draft is because you traded away picks to get those 3 guys. So technically, Laramie Tunsil, they're a little older, you know what I'm saying? Even though they're not much older than Tyler Shuck. I was about to say, Tyler Shuck might actually be older than one of those guys. But we did trade for Deebo Samuel, Laramie Tunsil, and Marshawn Lattimore. So you have to include that in our draft board, our draft pick list or whatever. I'm all over the place right now. So I'm sorry, I can't even think of the word of what I'm trying to say. Our draft class, there you go. There you go. The Steelers took Will Howard. That kind of makes sense. I can kind of see that, I guess. I don't think he's good, though, but he definitely improved last year compared to what he was the year before. Now, and I really hate this whole Eagles drafting a bunch of Georgia Dogs thing, because I think Smile London is going to end up being one of these steals of the draft where he was taken. And then, of course, he goes to the Eagles with a bunch of other Georgia Dogs, man. It's absolutely insane at this point. They got my boy Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Nakobe Dean, Keely Ringo, They had DeAndre Swift for a little minute, but now he's over there with the Bears, I believe. Now they have Smile London, Nolan Smith, I know I'm missing a couple of guys, which is crazy. Like, they have so many Georgia dogs, I'm missing some. And they didn't even need linebacker. They already took Jahad Campbell. They already have the Bond guy that was an all-pro last year that they picked up from the Saints. And now they just took Smile Munden because you could easily argue he was best player available at that pick. They already have enough linebackers. Why not just go ahead and take another one, especially since he's a Georgia dog, man? Sickens me to my stomach, man. I'm sick of what the Eagles are doing. I absolutely hate them for it. I hate Howie Roseman. I respect them, but I hate it. Because as a Georgia Bulldog fan, a diehard Georgia Bulldog fan, I'm sick of what they're doing right now. All of these Bulldogs on one team, it's so hard to root against them, man. I hate the Eagles because of their fans, and I hate them because we play them twice a week, but they got all of my Bulldogs on one team, man. Yeah, Baltimore's defense is insane. He said Elijah Ponder, Marcus Yarns, Kamen Rucker, and Jalen Walker, the Indiana linebacker. Again, I've watched quite a bit of tape on everybody that's available. And shouts out to Clay Webb, because wasn't he the guy that used to be on Georgia? Didn't we have Clay Webb on our team? We recruited him. I think he transferred. But yeah, I mean, shouts out to Jamon Dumas Johnson. He technically is coming out of Kentucky right now, but he used to be a Georgia Bulldog as well. It's just not a lot of, I mean, literally it's Ja'Cory Croskett Merritt. And it's crazy too, because Xavier Restrepo would have literally have gone by now if he never ran a 40 time. So that's crazy. Yeah, like Ja'Cory Croskett is my favorite player available, period, regardless of position right now. I am sad that we missed out on DJ Giddens. I don't know if y'all saw, but the Patriots took a kicker. They took what a lot of people feel like is the best kicker in the entire class. They took him in the 6th round. I know a lot of people didn't even want to take a kicker with the 7th round pick. The Patriots are like, forget that. I want to make sure we have a guy, and they took him in the 6th round to make sure they did so. I'm not too mad at it. I feel like the Patriots, that's ugly for them, just because they still have so many needs, even outside of just kicker. But when you start looking at teams like us or the Ravens and stuff like that, and you have and the Eagles, you have a really good roster top to bottom, you don't have many holes, then I can see why you would take a chance on kicker in the 6th round. Like, you know, this guy's it. You've worked them out. You've had them kick all sorts of kicks and things like that. Tested them in 60 plus. Tested them, you know, a bunch of short yardage things in a row, like PATs. You've done everything you could to try to throw him off his game, and he looks like a franchise kicker. I'm not too upset in the 6th round. I wouldn't necessarily like that for the Commanders because I feel like there's still going to be good kickers available even after the draft ends as a draft of free agents. But hey, man, the Patriots must really like that guy, and they must be really sure that he's about to kick his tail off. They better be. You don't draft a kicker in the 6th round if you're not sure that they're going to ball out for you. Especially since some people consider this kicker class to be like 4 or 5 deep. But hey, they must have really wanted them. I'm not surprised that after they took a kicker, there wasn't a run on kickers. Remember last time we took a long snapper, it was because it was started to become a run on long snappers. The first one, somebody opened up the can of worms and drafted one first. I forgot who it was and what the player was, which team. And then the Commanders had to panic and end up taking one that they didn't necessarily want to take that soon. And he ended up being awful. He ended up being one of the worst long snappers of all time. Let's never do that again, please. Let's never, ever do that one again. But yeah, man, how y'all feeling about the draft, man? What's y'all favorite players that's available? Again, right now, I'm zeroed in tunnel vision to Ja'Cory Croskett at running back. That's it for me, man. That's it for me. Tez Johnson is interesting, but not for us because we already got Jalen Lane as our deep threat, so we don't need him. But I'm curious about where he's going to land. I'm curious about Isaiah Bond, where he's going to land. I don't like Jared Ivey anywhere near this much, but I don't know, man. That's where people got him. Yeah, I'm just not in love with any talent here. Shouts out to Georgia Bulldog being Eurosec right there. Yeah, I'm typically like most drafts. Y'all know me, man. Y'all been here. Hopefully, some of y'all have at least have been here for a few years now. I'm in the 7th round. Like, I hope I get this guy. I hope I get this guy. When it comes to undrafted free agents, I hope this guy's available. This draft is so shallow in talent that I'm already in the 6th round. Like, man, I don't even know, man. But I would love Gabe Taylor as an undrafted free agent as well. But I don't have much analysis for y'all this draft like I typically do because this class just isn't that deep, man. This just isn't that deep. Hey, I love the fact that my Bulldogs fans are being petty and pointing out the fact that Stetson Bennett was drafted before Will Howard. Yes, sir. We're going to celebrate that. Matter of fact, just off of that alone, I'm celebrating that one, man. Let's go, Bulldogs. We've already had like 10 Bulldogs drafted. Let's go for 15. Let's tie our own record, NFL record for the most players drafted from one college in a singular draft. Let's go ahead and run that up. Let's see what we can do, man. Talk to me, Bulldogs. Talk to me, Kirby Smart. What we doing? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's crazy, though. But shouts out to Will Howard, though, because going to the Steelers, he lands in the best quarterback situation, I believe, of this entire draft. Like Cam Ward, Tennessee Titans ain't ready to do nothing. No skill position players. They've improved the offensive line, but it's still not great. They still have a couple of holes in the offensive line, and his weapons right now not looking too good. But Will Howard is going over to the DK Metcalf, and if the Steelers can't trade away George Pickens like they're trying to do, they'll have DK Metcalf and George Pickens. And who did they take at running back again? They took a really good running back. Aren't they the ones that got Caleb Johnson? So, yeah, Will Howard, and he also doesn't have to really compete with anybody. Like poor Shadur Sanders going over there with a 5-deep quarterback room for some odd reason for the Browns. I don't know why they did that. Shadur should have went way sooner, all of that type of stuff. But, I mean, Will Howard could honestly be the Steelers' first, quarterback one going into week 1 or at some point this season, because they do not like what they have at quarterback. I don't either. I've seen Steelers fans absolutely livid about the quarterback situation that they have right now. So I'm assuming probably be Aaron Rodgers as their week 1 starter. They're going to end up signing him after the draft. And then Will Howard is the guy that they're trying to develop into their long-term starter. I see Edge this round. Yes, sir. 4 Buckeyes drafted. He said, nah, y'all need to chill, man. Let Georgia go ahead and pass y'all, man. Yeah, I could definitely see Flacco being the week 1 starter for the Browns, but I don't know what they're trying to accomplish there. I still don't understand the Dylan Gabriel thing. I don't understand Dylan Gabriel at all, let alone above Shadur Sanders, and you end up taking Shadur Sanders anyway. I felt like Dylan Gabriel was undraftable. I feel like, honestly, Dylan Gabriel was the worst pick of this entire draft so far. I literally didn't understand that pick, so I'm very confused as to what the Browns are trying to do over there. But, hey, shouts out to them. Bless their hearts, man. And there you go, another kicker taken. The Ravens will take a kicker as well. Of course, they have the problems going on. I mean, that's crazy. They have the problems they have going on with their kicker. I can't remember his name right now. I see his face, but I can't remember his name right now. They have those off-the-field issues, and then they drafted Mike Green. So they said, hey, we're the Ravens. Bring in all the off-the-field issues. Thank you, Justin Tucker. There you go. I can see his face, but I couldn't think of his name. But that's kind of how I am. I'm terrible with names, even just in real life. I can recognize a face. I ain't gonna recognize a name. I mean, I'm not gonna remember a name, man. So yeah, man. Shouts out to the Ravens. They realized they have a Justin Tucker problem, and then they still took Mike Green, which is really interesting. But shouts out to them. They went kicker. Looks like we're having a small run on kicker, even though there's like a gap in between. But you had the Patriots take Andres Borregales. I hope that's how you pronounce that. I tried my best. Tried to put a little, authentic twang to it. Then you have Devin Neal as the running back at Kansas that went to the Saints. So I know a lot of people are a big fan of his. He'll be over there with Alvin Kamara. Maybe they're grooming him to be the Alvin Kamara replacement down the road when Alvin Kamara gets too old to play the shortest career span position in all of sports, running back. And then there you go. The Ravens taking Tallalupe kicker out of Arizona. I guess the kicker that's best available that the Commanders have shown interest in is Ryan Fitzgerald, or whatever his name is. I just know his last name is Fitzgerald, right? Am I tripping? Did I say, it is Ryan Fitzgerald. I'm not tripping. Okay. I just thought that was like a crazy coincidence there. Because Ryan Fitzpatrick, Ryan Fitzgerald, you know what I'm saying? That's why I got tripped up right there. But either way, I mean, they like a lot of kickers because they looked at, let me go to the kicker section right now. I literally have the list of all of the players we met with, whether it be Senior Bowl, Combine, Hula Bowl, East West Shrine Bowl, anything, man. Pro days, top 30 visits, private workouts. I got you. And so for the kickers, I know Ryan Fitzgerald is probably their favorite kicker after the Andreas kid that just went to the Patriots, but who knows? They probably liked Ryan Fitzgerald more than him off rip. So I'm assuming that's probably their highest kicker on their board at this point, if they may take one. But they like that Maddox Trujillo kid from Temple as well. They brought him in for a private workout. And those are the only 3 kickers they brought in for private workouts. Andreas, who just went to the Patriots, Ryan Fitzgerald, who's still available, and the Maddox kid from Temple. Those are your only private workout kickers out of every kicker. And we brought in like 10 kickers this offseason throughout the draft process. So Those are the 3 that they're probably looking at and considering the most, with the fact that they actually had the time to work them out in person. We'll see how it goes, though. Curious how that's going to go. He said Buckeyes on top. I mean, I feel it, man. Y'all just won y'all championship. Y'all have every right to celebrate, but we coming right back, man. Y'all bought y'all championship last year. We about to buy ours. You see Kirby Smart not playing in the transfer portal this time, man. He tried to be this upstanding citizen, and, you know, we develop our guys. We recruit and develop our guys. We don't just buy championships, you know what I'm saying? Then he saw Ohio State do it. It was like, all right, I guess we got to buy a championship too. Because, boy, we dipped in that transfer portal, boy. We done came away with like 5-6 starters. Came away with a couple of first-round picks in that transfer portal. Shouts out to Ohio State for motivating Kirby Smart to get on it, man. Because y'all stole Caleb Downs from us, and then it just, from there, Kirby Smart just been on a tear, man. He ain't playing with y'all no more. He's sick of it. Let's get it, man. Let's go, man. We're on pick about 189, right? You know what I'm saying? We not far away at 205, man. We're getting there. And who knows, depending on how it's going, you know, depending on the draft pick, what it ends up being, if we stay and select there, I may do it again, just like round 4, how I stopped the live stream, went and did my video breakdown on them, and then came back and live stream again. We may do that again. But I don't know, though, depending on the pick. And, you know, we pick at 205, and once we get to the 7th round, them picks are going to be flying in. I may not have enough time in between our 2 final picks of the draft to be able to put out a video and start live streaming again, but we'll see. But yeah, shouts out to the Ravens, man. They went and drafted themselves a kicker in the 6th round. Sounds like Justin Tucker's gone to me. It'd be different if they just picked one up as an undrafted free agent, but to draft one in the 6th round, that's high premium for a kicker, man. I think they are pretty much done and ready to move on from Justin Tucker. You can only have one guy with sexual assault accusations on your roster. They drafted Mike Green. I guess Justin Tucker, you're the odd man out, man. I don't really like our draft picks this year. It ain't it. I mean, watch, man. I'm telling you. Adam Peters Cook, man. He took us from 4 wins to 14 last year, man. And I just feel like any mock draft that we would have done in the 2024 draft, we probably don't win 14 games. So just, you got to trust in Adam Peters, because whatever he's doing propelled us to 10 more wins than the previous season. That's one of the biggest jumps in NFL history from one season to another. From 4 wins to NFC Championship? Come on, man. We got to trust him, man. Plus what we did in free agency trading for Laramie Tunsil. And again, for those of y'all that may not like the draft class, even though I love our draft class so far, they didn't take a lot of my favorite players, but I still understand. I see the fit, I see the vision, I see the ceiling. You got to remember that a part of our draft class are Laramie Tunsil, Marshawn Lattimore, and Deebo Samuel, who we used draft picks for to acquire via trade. They're technically a part of our draft class, so you gotta keep in mind that it's not the reason we've only have 3 picks so far in this draft is because we used some of our picks to go get Laramie Tunsil, Marshawn Lattimore, and Deebo Samuel. So, you know, when in doubt, at the very least, look at it like that. So I'm happy. I'm excited about this draft class. That's why Hakeem is watching. Don't hate on him, though, man. Don't hate on him. I can see some people. I mean, some people, did somebody tweet that Tyler Warren may win the quarterback job? So the Colts have a quarterback room of Riley Leonard, Anthony Richardson, Daniel Jones, and Jason Bean. A Colts fan said Tyler Warren may win the quarterback job. It is that bad. Their quarterback situation is terrible. What's good, Rich? What's good, everybody that's pulling up? Rico, what's your thoughts on Pittsburgh first round pick from what happened to him? Wait, who was the... Were they the ones with Derek Harmon? Or you already talked about that last night on the Commanders King stream, man. That one got to me. I was glad I saw that in privacy. I wasn't out in public when I saw that, because that thing got to me, man. I love my mama. So they were the ones that got Derek Harmon, right? That was like a Disney movie level writing of how crazy that situation went down, man. Shouts out to our RP. I'm happy that she got to see her son drafted. That was insane. You can't even make that up. Disney can't even write something better than that. Rico, what do you think about Martinez, running back from Miami? I like him. He breaks a lot of tackles, but I want something different, man. I want somebody fast, man. I want somebody electric. I like Damian Martinez, but it's a little redundant with Brian Robinson. You could argue maybe he's a better version of Brian Robinson, but it still feels a little redundant. Right now, I'm leaning towards Ja'Cory Croskett. That's my favorite running back available. Really, that's the only player left in this entire draft that I'm relatively excited about. Everybody else, I'm kind of chilling. Like I said, that's kind of indicative of how weak this class is compared to other draft classes, because I'm typically even in the 7th round. There's even some undrafted free agents like my boy Tyler Owens. I was screaming for us to get him. You know what I'm saying? And we ended up getting them, so I was so happy. But, you know, there's typically some drafts where there's 7th round picks, undrafted free agents that I'm excited about. This draft, I'm in the 6th round looking like, you know what I'm saying? And that's not because I haven't necessarily done my homework like I typically do. I just don't love these picks that's left. Ja'Cory Croskett is my favorite available guy right now. I think Tez Johnson is very talented, but we already have Jalen Lane, and I understand why we went the Jalen Lane route. Tez Johnson plays like he's little. Jalen Lane does not. He plays bigger than his size. I just already did a whole video breaking down why Jalen Lane was an elite pick in the 4th round. Isaiah Bond is really talented as well. You know what I'm saying? And yes, we are pick 205. We're not far away. That's why I scrolled down to show you. I just didn't say it out loud because I was still in the middle of my thought. We're technically on pick 191 with the Eagles. I wouldn't be surprised at this point they take another one of my Georgia Bulldogs. I think Smile Munden, the Eagles pick, is one of the biggest steals of the draft. But y'all will see. I swore he had top 2 round talent, like round 2, arguably into round 1 talent, just a couple of years ago. But then he got hurt, and then he got hurt again. But that's a you could argue a 1st round talent that the Eagles just got. And with the sixth round, I think they got Smile Monday just now. So 5th round at the earliest. That's insane. So shouts out. I hate the Eagles, and I hate Howie Roseman, but they keep doing it, man. Bond got that case going on, but it's looking like people are feeling like he may end up being innocent. But I mean, there's a reason he's falling. So there's talent. I don't love Isaiah Bond like that. I would take the chance on him as like an undrafted free agent maybe, but between the off-the-field concerns and the guy bragging, you know, hyping himself up, talking about he's about to run this 40 time, that 40 time, and stuff like that, and then to go out there with that dud that he had, I don't like that. I don't know. Isaiah Bond's talented. Even as a Georgia Bulldog fan, when he went into the transfer portal, I wanted him, but What's good, everybody? Welcome, everybody that's pulling up. Make sure y'all like that stream if you haven't already. You haven't really missed much, just a bunch of Georgia dogs getting drafted. You know what I'm saying? Just a bunch of Georgia dogs. Just do it. Make sure y'all leave those likes, man. You can do it. If you haven't left a like yet, go ahead and do that, please. 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 But yeah, man, I'm really excited about the Jalen Lane pick, man. I really am. I really am, for real. You had that Chris Trapezo guy that said people are going to regret letting him fall to the 2nd round, not the 4th. This was like a month ago. He said people are going to regret letting Jalen Lane fall to the 2nd round. You know what I'm saying? So he feels like you can make an argument that he should have been drafted in the 1st. He said it's going to be the same way that people felt about A.J. Brown, George Pickens, Jaden Reed, Rasheed, all of them guys that went into like 2nd or later that had no business making it that far. He compared him to one of those guys, to all of those guys. So, hey, man, watch out for Jalen Lane, man. A lot of people really love him. Walter Football gave us a B+. A lot of people feel like it was a steal. I feel like our fan base is lower on Jalen Lane than the draft experts are. So, now, granted, of course, I wanted to go Braden Swinson or DJ Giddens right there. Those are my 2 favorite options there. But Jalen Lane is still a really solid pick. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we trade back. Yeah, Morales is already gone. Ryan Fitzgerald is still available. 2 kickers have been taken, though. The Ravens took their own kicker, so Justin Tucker sounds like he's pretty much gone. They already had one guy with sexual assault accusations in Justin Tucker. Then they just drafted Mike Green, so I guess Justin Tucker is the odd man out. You can't have 2 of them. 1 is the limit. Most teams don't even want to have 1. Brandon McManus got accused, and we cut him immediately. And then it ended up being proven that he was innocent. And then I think it was the Chargers that ended up with a really good kicker for free for no reason. And that we missed out on that we had originally. But people don't play about that type of stuff, and I understand why they don't. So, hey, we brought in Mike Green. Justin Tucker, you got to go, man. We only have 1 player with these accusations on their name right now, man. And shouts out to the Patriots are having a really good draft. They took a lot of, like, my guys. The Patriots took a lot of guys that I just personally really wanted, like Travion Henderson. Let me go look at their draft. I forgot. They took, hold on. Is there a way I can look at, like, team? I can filter this by team real quick. Let me see. I feel like the Patriots are killing it. I don't think this draft is like good enough for them to be better than us, but you know, Travion Henderson was crazy. I like Kyle Williams a lot. They took my Georgia dog Jared Wilson. I like that a lot. Braden Swinson, my favorite day 3 edge rusher. They took him, and then they took arguably the best kicker in the entire class. I mean, granted, a lot of people feel like drafting a kicker in the 6th round is too much, but the Patriots had an elite draft. Definitely at least an A. Patriots easily had a top 5 draft, in my opinion. Now, granted, it's easy to do that when you have a 1st-round pick that's 4th overall, a high 2nd, 2 3rds, 2 4ths, and a 5th and a 6th. Like, you know, but a lot of teams have a lot of picks and end up messing it up all the time. So, shouts out to the Patriots for doing what they were supposed to do. They got a lot of really good picks this draft, man. I hate to see it. Shouts out to Shea. I know he's happy, man. Because the Patriots killed this draft. I'm not going to lie. I'm not even going to sit here and act like it and try to deny it. Patriots killed it. I mean, of course, the Ravens killed it. Getting Malachi Starks and Mike Green both, I feel like top 10, top 15 talents in this draft class. To get both of them is crazy, but a lot of people feel that same way about Josh Connolly and Trey Amos. A lot of people feel like both of those guys were easy 1st-round picks, and the fact that we walked away with both of them, a lot of people feel like we have at worst an A- draft. Our problem is that we just don't have a lot of draft picks, but again, I want to keep emphasizing you have to include Laramie Tunsil, Marshawn Lattimore, and Deebo Samuel in this draft class because they're the reason that we don't have more draft picks. So when you're looking at our draft class, think Josh Connolly, Trey Amos, Laramie Tunsil, Marshawn Lattimore, then Jalen Lane, and then Deebo Samuel with the 5th round. Think about it like that. Like, that's why y'all should really, I think the fan base is way too low in this draft class because you got to look at it like that. And even excluding the trades, Josh Connolly is a Pro Bowl right tackle. I think he has the potential to even be a Pro Bowl left tackle. We just happen to have Laramie Tunsil. He literally erased Abdul Carter. The Giants spent the 3rd overall pick on Abdul Carter. We used the 29th overall pick, the end of the 1st round, to get the guy that literally erased him when they played just a couple of months ago. Like, the most recent game, like, I think, what was it, like the Big Ten championship or something like that? No pressures. Not only no sacks, no quarterback hits. How about no pressures from Josh Connolly allowed on Abdul Carter, who a lot of people consider the best edge rusher in this class. Some people even think he's one of the best edge rushers to come out in a few years. And Josh Connolly immediately eliminated him for an entire game with like 20+ pass reps. It wasn't like Abdul Carter was hurt. He was out there full time, just got whooped. You would just think he wasn't out there while Josh Connolly did him. And then Trey Amos is easily a 1st-round talent at corner. Arguably the highest floor at corner, just off of the fact that I feel like even though you can argue there's some corners that are more athletic, there's some corners that are, you know, maybe longer, some corners that are faster. But he's the corner with the most scheme versatility in this entire draft. You can press man, off man, zone coverage, cover 3, whatever you need. Trey Amos can be really good at either one. I think he's a future Pro Bowler. I think his floor is cornerback too, which is crazy because I think he has a cornerback 1 ceiling. I think his ceiling is AJ Terrell. That's my comp for him. I did a whole video breakdown explaining that. But he's here with a cornerback group that already has Mike Sanversteel and Marshawn Lattimore fully healthy. Marshawn Lattimore, and an entire offseason to learn the defense, Marshawn Lattimore. And he's going to be and then you also have Jonathan Jones and Noah Benogany off the bench. Come on, man. Jonathan Jones was starting for the Patriots last year. Noah Benogany was starting for us last year. And now they're 4th and 5th in our cornerback room. So I know we need edge rusher. Just go get me Zadarius Smith real quick in free agency. Go get me Justin Simmons at safety after the draft ends as well. And let's go win us a Super Bowl, man. And then get Jalen Lane. I just did a whole video breaking it down. He's 3 birds, 1 stone. He's your starting slot receiver. I'm sorry, Luke McCaffrey, but Jalen Lane is like that. He's your best deep ball threat. It's between him and Terry McLaurin. I would lean towards Terry McLaurin because we've seen it at the NFL level. We haven't seen it through Jalen Lane yet, but I have no reason to believe he can't do it. And then he's also your best returner already. Easily the most athletic, quickest, fastest returner we've had since Brandon Banks. All 3 of those things, all 3 of those hats on one guy and one player in Jalen Lane. That's why a lot of people feel like he should have gone easily, like at worst in the 2nd round, easily day 2. And the fact that we got him in round 4, a lot of people are like, there's no way Jalen Lane made it that far. But again, our fans hate the pick more than any draft experts do. Draft experts feel like we got steals all across the board with all 3 of our picks. But you ask fans, I mean, of course I wanted Mike Green and Donovan Ezaraku in the first round. Of course I was sick when Mike Green got taken a few picks before ours and we took Trey Amos. Of course I wanted Braden Swinson and DJ Giddens in the 4th round more than I wanted Jalen Lane. I can admit that. But Jalen Lane is a great pick, and we needed a deep threat opposite of Terry McLaurin. I don't think y'all realize that after De'Ami Brown left in free agency, we had no deep threat other than Terry McLaurin. So defenses were just going to keep making sure they shade safeties his way, stop him from being a deep threat, and we'll just leave everything open underneath. Noah Brown, Deebo Samuel, do whatever you want to do. We know you're not taking off for 50 yards on us. Now we have another deep threat. They got to respect that deep threat as well as Terry McLaurin. That's going to open up the entire offense. That's going to make their boxes lighter, so we'll be able to run the ball better. You know, I want an upgrade over Brian Robinson, but drafting Jalen Lane makes the boxes lighter to where Brian Robinson can run the ball even better with his bad vision. So I want Ja'Cory Croskett, though. I'm screaming, please give me Ja'Cory Croskett with this upcoming pick. I do want a better running back than Brian Robinson. But worst case scenario, Jalen Lane makes you open. And then Josh Connolly is your right tackle. Brandon Coleman, and I think he has all-pro potential at guard. I think he was a solid tackle. I think he has all-pro potential at guard. Drafting Josh Connolly just literally propelled your offensive line from top 15 to top 5. Like I keep saying in my videos, live streams, ever since we drafted him, we had a top 15 offensive line. And now 2 of our starters from that top 15 offensive line are backups. And we brought in Nate Herbig, who was supposed to be the Steelers starting center last year, but he got hurt before the season started, ended up missing the entire season. He's a backup here as well. We're literally 8 deep starter-wise at offensive line right now. And, I mean, everybody's screaming about get Jaden Daniels these weapons, get him an offensive line. Well, Adam Peters did that. I know some people wanted him to address that in like free agency so that you can address defense in the draft, but I still love our pick. I still feel like we're strong Super Bowl contenders, especially with Jaden Daniels as your quarterback. I mean, you got to remember, Jaden Daniels had a game last year where he threw 2 touchdowns to Jamison Crowder and Olamide Zaccheaus each. Olamide Zaccheaus and Jamison Crowder combined for 4 touchdowns together. Jaden Daniels is that deadly, y'all. Now, I don't know too many quarterbacks that can do that. And so now you add Deebo Samuel and Jalen Lane. Come on, bro. And now he's going from having a top 15 offensive line that really bottomed out towards the end of the season. I think overall, beginning to end of season, overall, generally, we had a top 15 offensive line. But those last few weeks, it really looked like somewhere average in like the teens or the 20s. I feel like we're easily a top 5 offensive line now. I think we're easily a top 5 offensive line. So, I mean, you took one of your strengths and made it stronger and made it one of the best strengths in the NFL. I mean, some people may even consider our offensive line the best in the NFL, at least from a talent standpoint on paper. Watch when Samuel Cosby comes back healthy. Watch when Josh Connolly figures it out. You know, he's ready. You know, he gets some NFL level strength. It's going to be insane, man. Imagine speed options. Jaden Daniels running to the outside, or Deebo Samuel, or Jalen Lane, or Terry McLaurin like you saw in that Detroit Lions playoff game on a screen. You have Josh Connolly out in front blocking for him instead of Andrew Wiley. With Josh Connolly's elite footwork, he used to be a running back and a tight end. Also, speaking of that, imagine what Cliff Kingsbury is going to do as far as creativity with the playbook. Going from Andrew Wiley as your starting right tackle, De'Ami Brown as your other receiver to Terry McLaurin, especially once we got to the playoffs. Now you have a faster De'Ami Brown, a shiftier De'Ami Brown and Jalen Lane. So he's going to draw up more deep shots for arguably one of the best deep shot quarterbacks in the NFL in Jaden Daniels. And Josh Connolly, man, to go back to him, that guy not only called a touchdown pass at Oregon, because again, he used to be a running back and a tight end, but he also, he had like a wildcat direct snap at the goal line, ran over 3 people and ran for a touchdown. You know how creative Cliff Kingsbury is going to get with Josh Connolly? I'm guaranteeing you, Josh Connolly scores touchdowns with the Commanders. He's not just a right tackle. He's going to score some touchdowns. He's going to catch one like Trent Scott did last year in the Bengals game for Jaden Daniels, and he's probably going to run one in out of Wildcat. I'm telling y'all right now, Josh Connolly, I guess maybe it's a hot take. He's going to score a touchdown or 2. If Trent Scott can score a touchdown, Josh Connolly definitely can, because he's far more athletic, more mobile, more all of that stuff. Better footwork, better hands. He literally used to be a tight end. And I also want to add in there, speaking of versatility and getting creative and running some weird plays, you know, that stuff that people love Ben Johnson for. That boy, Jalen Lane, Just in 2024, just this past season, he caught a touchdown pass. Of course, he's a wide receiver. He ran one because he's utilized like Curtis Samuel and Deebo Samuel out of the backfield and De'Ami Brown. He threw for one as a quarterback on a trick play, and he returned a punt for a touchdown. He hit all 4 just last season alone. Do not sleep on Jalen Lane, man. I hope that's enough to sell y'all, man. We got to figure out edge rusher. I agree. Again, give me Zadarius Smith after the draft. Give me Justin Simmons after the draft. That safety. Let's go win a Super Bowl. That's just me, though. That's how I'm feeling. I would have loved to have gotten Mike Green and Donovan Ezraku. I really, really, really wanted them. Edge rusher was my biggest need going into the first round. Easily, it wasn't even close. But I still love what we did in the draft. Just because they pivoted from what I wanted doesn't mean I hate the draft at all. I actually really love it. And again, they did things differently than what I would have done last year, and we went from 4 wins to 14. So I'm saying, like, when in doubt, trust Adam Peters, man. When in doubt. But yeah, let me celebrate some Georgia Bulldogs, man. I know, we're eating in the 6th round, which may not necessarily be the best thing ever, but I'm happy to still see a bunch of Georgia Bulldogs get drafted. I hate to see Smile Monday go to the Eagles, though, man. But shouts out to my Bulldogs, man. Talking that long made me thirsty. I had to get back to it. All right, I just recovered. I got my Space Jam halftime water. Let's go. Lane is a young Terry, mark my words, but a little faster. It's crazy, too. What's insane, and I talked about this, all of this, everything I'm talking about with Jalen Lane, I'm not just coming up with this out of nowhere. I did all of my research, watched tape on him. I literally just put out a video breaking down Jalen Lane and why y'all should love him. It's crazy, too, and I said this in my video. He said that he was asked over a month ago, who are his top 3 receivers in the NFL? And he said Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Terry McLaurin. That was before he had any idea that the Commanders were going to draft him. That was insane. That was insane. So I'm happy. But let's get it, man. I see somebody saying Nick Chubb is coming here. As a Georgia Bulldog fan, I would love nothing more. I mean, he's off. I think he's had like 3 or 4 torn ACLs, catastrophic leg injuries, but I'll still take him for very cheap. Why not? If he comes here on an extremely cheap deal, I don't see any reason why not to. But yeah, Lane, that boy Jalen Lane is a 3 birds, 1 stone, man. You could argue even more than that, man. A man of many hats. Again, just last season alone. We're not talking about his college career. We're talking about just last season alone by itself. This guy caught a touchdown pass. Of course, he's a receiver. He's supposed to do that. He ran for one because he's utilized like Curtis Samuel out of the backfield, like Deebo Samuel, De'Ami Brown in the backfield. For those of y'all that may not know, he's a deep threat, but he's also utilized in the backfield as well. Jet screens, sweeps, all of that type of stuff, reverses. And then also he's a deep threat, which I want to add, but he also threw for a touchdown as a quarterback. And he also returned a punt for a touchdown as well. He had 4 different types of touchdowns just last season alone. And, Virginia Tech, I wouldn't argue they're the most talented team in the ACC. So he was doing this against better competition than the players he had around him. So imagine when he goes to the Commanders, he has a way better quarterback, way better offensive line, way better weapons around him to distract defenses from having to focus on stopping him. Because I'm pretty sure going into games, defenses knew, all right, Jalen Lane is our main target. Make sure we stop him, and we should be good to go. And he still found a way to be relatively productive, even with bad quarterback play. Imagine what he's going to do here. When you just got to be a part of the system. You don't even have to be the system. You could just be a part of the system. And yeah, I did hear that the Virginia Tech quarterback played hurt. I wouldn't know. Again, I'm an SEC guy, Georgia Bulldog fan, and I don't really watch much outside of the SEC. I'll watch some Big Ten because, Ohio State, Michigan, all of the recruiting battles we get into, Oregon, I can't help it. So I don't really know. I just saw, watching his plays sometimes, especially his all-22, he's open, he's not getting the ball. So I don't know if the Virginia Tech quarterback was bad. He's hurt. I don't know. I've heard about hurt. I just can't confirm it myself. But either way, Jalen Lane was out there trying to carry an offense on his back, and I can't wait for him to come here because you don't have to be the guy. You can just be a guy and ball out. Trey Hendrickson coming to Washington, so we will have to trade, a 2026 pick? But remember, I don't think we have a 2nd or a 4th round pick next year. So what would it be, a 3rd? Would we have to give up a first? So we just got to see how it goes, man. But how's everybody feeling, man? We're not too many picks away. We're about, what, 7 picks away, just about? Yes, sir. We got Packers, Chargers, Jaguars, Vikings twice. It seems like the Ravens pick right before us the whole draft. I mean, it makes sense because, you know, where the draft order goes, but it's annoying. Then the Cowboys, and then the Commanders. Let's get it, man. Lane had over 1,000 yards receiving before coming to Virginia Tech. Still crashing. Adam Peters, please get a running back, please. I give our draft a B-. I'm honestly an A-, but I understand. I can't give it an A or an A+ because I reserve those for the Ravens getting Malachi Starks and Mike Green. It doesn't matter what they do with the rest of their draft. Their draft is an A+. And then they also got a kicker to replace Justin Tucker. I don't even remember the rest of their picks. That's elite. Patriots are an AA+. I mean, granted, we've only had 3 picks and we're deep into the 6th round. So it's hard, you know, if you're not going to include Larry Tunsil, Deebo Samuel, and Marshawn Lattimore, which you honestly could when we're talking about our draft class, then I can see why you would be a little bit lower on our draft class. But I still give it an A- because I feel like we got insane value. Josh Connolly should not have been at 29. He was best player available. Trey Amos was easily a guy that we could have gotten at 29. Nobody would have questioned it. Should not have been available at 61. A lot of people feel like Jalen Lane should have easily have gone in day 3, even as early, day 2, easily as early as round 2. And you have the Chris Trapezoid, the guy, I forgot his name already, but I talked about it in my video that I just put out like an hour ago, doing the whole breakdown of Jalen Lane. He feels like he may play up to a 1st round level talent. And to get him in the 4th round, that's arguably a steal as well. So we got a bunch of steals. You could argue maybe it wasn't the biggest positions of need, like running back and edge rusher, but we got steals, and our team got better, and that's all that matters. Now, I do want Ja'Cory Croskett right here, though, for running back. I'm sick we skipped on DJ Higgins as well, DJ Giddens. I said DJ Higgins. I'm all over the place with his name, but I'm sick we missed on we skipped on him too, because like Louis T said, man, that boy looked like if he stayed in college one more year, that's Todd Gurley. So some of the, you know, he's a steal, but Ja'Cory Croskett is the best I guess running back available left for me right now. That's probably my favorite player left, period. And at this point, I probably wouldn't even go edge rusher because I don't like him enough. You might as well just go best player available at another position and just sign Zadarius Smith at edge, sign Justin Simmons at safety after the draft ends, and let's go win a Super Bowl, man. Give me Ja'Cory, and let's see what we can work with in that running back room. Start Shatter and Terry in practice. We got 2 of them now. Don't get scared now. I would like a kicker that can make 48+ yarders instead of punting or going for it on 4th down. That would be nice. Brashard Smith is still there. I like Ja'Cory more, but I understand. Y'all want a Harvey to running back? Yep. Go best player available, basically. I mean, because there aren't enough players here where I'm like, we got to reach on need. Like, there isn't an edge rusher left where I'm like, we need that guy. So it would be weird to leave the entire draft without getting an edge rusher where it was obviously our biggest need that we should have taken in the 1st round. But at this point, man, don't reach on need, man. Just take good players for the rest of the draft, dog. Don't think about it too hard. Don't reach on need, man. I don't ever want to reach on need. Let's get it, though. We're getting there. Shouts out to the Chargers, man. Oh, that's another Georgia dog, Warren Brinson, that just got drafted by the Packers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about, man. Let's do it, man. I'm so happy to see that, man. He going to join his boy Devontae Wyatt. He's going to be over there with linebacker, freakish athletic linebacker. Channing, I can't remember. I'm struggling right now, man. I'm all over the place. It's so hard to remember names, man, because we're just the recruiting, man. I'm already on to guys this in like the 10th grade, 9th grade right now, so I'm stuck. My brain is all over the place. It's scrambled because I'm here on the Commanders worrying about what we're doing. I'm trying to keep track of all of my Georgia dogs and where they're going. I'm just excited. Teams have to factor in bail money when drafting. Yo, y'all gotta stop doing that because y'all got teams out here like with players getting sexual assault accusations and charges and all kinds of different. We just have a speeding problem, which I still don't get because we literally release players for when they speed. Like, I was really sick when, what's his name from, I remember he's from St. Louis. I see his face right now. I can't remember his name right now, but he was about to be a sophomore this year. Extremely talented receiver. And he got that speeding thing recently, and then we just cut him. He was like, you could just leave. You can go through the transfer portal. Don't you, we like, Kirby Smart is very no nonsense with this, and it still doesn't matter. I don't know what we're doing wrong. But yeah, man, you got people out here with all kinds of worse charges than speeding. And nobody talks about them. Everybody just focuses on Georgia. But it's cool, though. We got the limelight. That's what happens when you win back-to-back championships just a couple of years ago. And then your team is the reason that the Eagles just dominated the Super Bowl and looked like the best team in the NFL by far. It's cool. We're going to have the limelight on us. We're going to have the spotlight on us. It's cool. It come with it, man. But, yeah, I don't get why us, man? Other than the fact that we just popular. Teams out there with way worse accusations out there, man. Our guys just let it drive fast, man. They haven't reached on needs since this group has been in place. I agree. Thank goodness. They're getting the players that fit their need and scheme. Remember, we were a game away from going to the Super Bowl last year. I completely agree. This guy took us from 4 wins to 14, and people are still questioning his decisions. I just think it's insane. And again, when I look at this draft class, I include Laramie Tunsil, Deebo Samuel, and Marshawn Lattimore, because the reason that you only have 5 picks in this draft class is because you used up your picks to get those guys. Literally, you're supposed to look at this draft class like Josh Connolly, then Trey Amos, then Laramie Tunsil, then Marshawn Lattimore, then Jalen Lane, then Deebo Samuel in the 5th round. That's literally how you're supposed to look at this draft class, but that's me. Maybe that's just me being too glass half full, but that's literally the reason we don't have more draft picks. For the people who want to AP fire, something's wrong with you. But yeah, man, I'm excited to see what we do, man. I don't particularly love any players left that much other than Ja'Cory at running back, but there's talent still out there. There's still talent out there, and we're only 5 picks away, so let's get it. I'm curious to see what we're going to do. I don't know why Quinn Ewers didn't go back to college. He would literally be making more money in college than he's about to make at the NFL level. He should have transferred to like a random college. You saw Nico went to UCLA, like, you know, you should have went ahead and transferred to whatever random team needs a quarterback, put up amazing numbers, look good against weaker defenses, and get drafted higher than you just did. And again, make more money in 2025 in college than you would have made in 2025, whatever team you're about to end up on, potentially as an undrafted free agent. You know, Arch Manning will start. Quinn Ewers would not start at Texas next year, but transfer out and go somewhere else. Hit the like button for our guy, Rico. Yes, sir. Let them know, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. The shiny ones, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let them know, man. Make sure y'all like up that stream, man.
Just do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can do it.
Yes, sir. Make sure y'all leave those likes if you haven't yet, man. We're about 400 deep in here. Make sure y'all get those likes up, man. I really appreciate it.
Please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And yeah, Rich Quinn definitely should have went back. He would have gotten better and drafted higher. And third, he would have been making more money in college in 2025 than he's about to make at the NFL level. It's crazy with the way the NIL works, but I don't know. Somebody gave that man some bad advice. I'm starting to get hungry. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all probably will. I ain't gonna lie. We may after we make this pick at 205, especially depending on who it is, I may go ahead and in the live stream again, like I did with the 4th round pick with Jalen Lane, do a full breakdown of the guy, strengths, weaknesses, comp, like I always do, advanced stats. Hopefully I can get a hold of some all 22 clips to show y'all like I've been doing. Every draft pick we've had so far in all of my video breakdowns, I'm showing you all 22 film of these guys doing what they do. I'm showing you Josh Connolly shut down Abdul Carter. 0 pressures in the game. I'm showing you Trey Amos get pass breakups on Brock Bowers, Matthew Golden, Roman Wilson, Brian Thomas. Like, I'm showing you this in these clips. I'm showing Jalen Lane tearing it up as I'm talking about him in my videos. So hopefully with this next pick, I can get a hold of some all 22 tapes so I can continue that trend. And of course, for those of y'all that are channel members, I will be doing a bunch of a bunch of film sessions this offseason. Because like I said, I don't know if y'all were here earlier or not, but I said last year when I kept promising film sessions, I did some, but I wanted to do more. The problem was I was focused too much on, I was too focused on trying to make sure they were perfectly put together. I was trying to make sure they were edited, crisp, so everybody could see it. Nah, forget the public film sessions. My film sessions are more than likely, for the vast majority of them, are going to be purely for the eyes of just channel members only. Y'all are going to get raw, uncut. I'm just going to wake up one random morning. You know what? I feel like watching Josh Connolly versus Ohio State. Let me go ahead and react to that, break that down, analyze it, rewind, pause, all of that type of stuff, point out and analyze everything that I'm seeing, and just upload it with very minimal editing. So that's gonna allow me to do far more film sessions than I've done in any other off season. So expect a lot of film sessions this off season, because I'm just gonna be knocking them out. I mean, I may just get in the mood one day. It's nothing going on. It's June. We don't have any off season practices, no news coming out, no signings, no nothing. I might just go ahead and knock out 3 to 5 film sessions in one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I may just get in that type of mode. So if you're not a channel member, go become one. Doesn't matter what level, you will have access to those film sessions. And I want to do a lot of them this off season. A lot of them. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. But yeah, back to my main point, especially depending on what the pick is, I may go ahead and end this stream and react to that pick, do with a full video breakdown like I've been doing with every pick. And then I may come back and live stream for the 7th round pick. We'll see. I don't want to promise a 7th round pick live stream, because me breaking down the player that we get in a couple of picks, like a few minutes, that video may take longer for me to get the research done, for me to watch the film, because it may be a guy I don't really know much about. So it may take pretty long to, for me to finally, do the video, break it down, edit it, and all of that type of stuff. And then by the time I'm done, it may be too late. Maybe we've already made our 7th round pick. But if I have time, after we make this pick at 205 overall in the 6th round, and a couple of picks right now after the Cowboys pick, if I have time, after I break that pick down, I do want to come back and live stream so y'all can get my live reaction. I can get y'all live reaction for the 7th round pick. You doing a post-draft stream for undrafted free agents? I'm thinking about it. But you know me, man. I can't wait to break them down in individual videos, especially the guys that I really like. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a live. That's another. I don't want to promise a 7th round pick live stream. I don't want to promise an undrafted free agent live stream. But I would like to. We just got to see. First of all, I'm starving right now. So after we do this pick, I'm probably going to knock that video out and try to eat real quick. And hopefully I'll be back before the 7th round pick so I can live stream for that as well. And again, man, appreciate all of y'all. Make sure y'all leave those likes if you haven't already. Shouts out to the Jaguars, man. I didn't necessarily love that trade up, like all of the value they had to give up. Shouts out to the Browns for, finally making a smart decision. The draft value they got in return for that trade was pretty crazy. But then they ended up taking Dylan Gabriel and Shadir Sanders to mess up their whole draft class grade I would have given them. They should have just taken Shadir Sanders in the first place, but I think Dylan Gabriel was literally undraftable. But shouts out to the Jaguars. They got Travis Hunter and Bashal Tootin. You could argue some of the highest ceilings of this entire draft class, regardless of position. So that shouts out to the Jaguars for that. I don't think it's like an A+ draft like the Patriots or the Ravens, but I think it's a really good draft. But yeah, give me Ja'Cory, man. Talk to me. Where's Ja'Cory at? They got Ja'Cory all the way down here, man. My boy Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, man. What we talking about? What are we talking about? They got him really far down their big board, the best players available on CBS, but we'll see. Come on, Commanders, talk to me. What we doing? Talk to me, Commanders.
Are you
Who we picking, man? Talk to me, man.
ready?
What we thinking about?
For the thousands in attendance,
What we thinking about, man? I'm not gonna lie, we may trade back. Don't be surprised if we trade back, y'all.
States of America, Washington, D.C.
We on the clock, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
We on the clock, y'all. Oh, pick is in. We're not trading back. Let's go. What we doing? Talk to me, y'all. How we feeling? I hope it's Ja'Cory, man. I want running back Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. That's my favorite option right here. But we'll see. It could be a player that I don't know a lot about. And then I got to stop the live stream so I can go watch some tape on him and then do my video breakdown on him. I'm hoping we go running back. I'm hoping we go Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. That's my favorite running back available. And it's a pretty big gap between him and everybody else available. There's still some good running backs out there. I'm not going to lie. But Ja'Cory is my favorite running back available. I'm sick about not getting DJ Giddens, though. I ain't even going to lie to y'all. I'm not even about to sit here and sugarcoat how sick I am about not getting DJ Giddens. I keep saying Higgins. DJ Giddens. Keep doing that. My fault. Let's go. We're on the clock, man. We're on the clock, man. Let's go. Talk to me. Talk to me. Let's go. Let's go. Who the Commanders taking? Give me Ja'Cory. Give me Ja'Cory. Come on, man. Pick us in. We ain't trading back. Talk to me now. What we doing? What we on, man? What we doing here, man? Talk to me. What we doing? Show me, Commanders, what we got going on, man. I want to draft ceiling, man. I want to draft the guy that could potentially start. I don't want just some solid depth special teams guy. No, give me a guy with some ceiling. You use free agency to get floor. That's why we signed all of those free agents. That's why we went and traded for all of those great players and them starters, man. You know what I'm saying? You establish floor before the draft. You come into the draft to get, you know, potential starters. Potential ceiling. You come in here to get potential in here. Come on, man. Talk to me, Commanders. What's taking so long? What's taking so long? Why we don't know yet? Why nobody knows yet? All of these people that be tweeting picks 3, 4, 5 picks ahead, they slow down as soon as it gets to us. What's up with that one, man? Why the suspense? Did we just have no leaks? Commanders are just doing a great job of not allowing leaks to get out. Because I saw a couple of these picks. Like I saw the Kobe King pick for the Vikings a minute ago. Like well before they actually took him. Well before they took him. Come on, man. Talk to me, Commanders. Talk to me, Commanders. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Who we get? Who we get? There we go. We took a linebacker, y'all. We took a linebacker. We took an elite athlete linebacker. We took a guy with some ceiling. Shouts out to Georgia. We have 11 players drafted right now. I love that. But there you go, man. We took a linebacker, y'all. There you go. So there's some defense. May not necessarily be the defense you wanted, but he's a freak athlete with a 9.75 relative athletic score. I haven't watched a lot of tape on him, but he is a freak athlete. He's 222 pounds, running 4.46, had a 38 vertical, and a 1,005 broad jump. All elite. So this is like a high ceiling guy. They're trying to make sure this linebacker core is more athletic. Remember, the linebacker we took last year in the 5th round, Jordan McGee, he was arguably the most athletic linebacker in the entire draft class last year. And then now we just took another athlete. They had some athletes, man. Oladejo. They had the Swissinger kid. It's crazy how many athletic linebackers UCLA had, and it didn't matter. Now, I don't really know about this guy. I'm not about to sit here and lie and make up some stuff. I don't know how good or bad he is. I just know he's a freak athlete. That's the only reason I remember him. Some people felt like he probably could have gone undrafted, but they just wanted to go freak athlete. And hey, man, again, when in doubt, and Adam Peters I trust. When in doubt, and Adam Peters I trust. I'm telling y'all right now, we're going edge in free agency. We're getting Zadarius Smith or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting y'all know that right now. You're not. I highly doubt you're taking edge with the final pick of the draft, man. Highly doubt it. At 240, where are we? 245? Where we pick again? We're going to go to round 7 right now because I don't even care about what's going on in round 6 because we're not trading up. Yeah, we picked 245th. So we're like a whole 30, 38, 39 picks away right now. So I highly doubt we're going edge at this point. I'm telling y'all right now. They went purely off of ceiling right here. I don't know this guy, so this is my point. I'm about to end this live stream now so I can go watch some tape on this guy and do as much research as I can so I can go ahead and do a breakdown for you on who this guy is, whether he's good or not, what he's good at, what he's bad at, what he needs to work on, what he already has in his bag, what's his potential. I'm going to try my best to come up with a comp for him, all of that type of stuff. So y'all know me, man. I'm about to go ahead and work on that right now. Make sure y'all leave a like on the way out. I really appreciate all y'all that pulled up. I mean, the fact that we're almost 700 deep in a 6th round draft live stream right now. Y'all are insane for that, man. I really appreciate that. Y'all love football just as much as I do for y'all to be sitting here right now. But again, Jordan McGee and this new kid, I can't even remember his name yet. I keep saying Kane M. That shows you how much I know this guy. Again, I'm never gonna lie to y'all. I'm not about to make some stuff up. I'm about to go watch some tape on him right now, do a video breakdown on him. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Make sure you have the bell next to the subscription button clicked in, so whenever I do come out with this breakdown within like the next 30 minutes to an hour, you will get notified immediately. So stay tuned. I will be breaking down Kane Madrano. I'm gonna say Madrano. He looks like more of a Madrano. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all leave a like on the way out. I agree, Rich. Please, Ja'Cory Kroski merit in the 7th round for me, please. At that point, that's my dream pick in the 7th round. Out of anybody that's available. But yeah, man, I'm about to go ahead and do as much research and film watching as I can on this kid. I'm gonna see if Caddy's Cut Ups has some all 22 tape on this guy, and I will do a full breakdown on him. Strengths, weaknesses, comp, advanced stats, all of that type of stuff. So make sure you stay tuned for that. That'll be out within like the next 30 minutes to an hour. If I have time after doing this video breakdown on our most recent draft pick, I will try to hurry up and live stream before the 7th round pick so y'all can get my live reaction. And I want to see y'all's live reaction as well if I have time. So stay tuned. Really appreciate y'all. I'm loving this draft so far. I don't know about this guy enough to know if I like or hate this pick, but I'm never mad at going for the freak athletes in the ceiling, so we'll see. Really appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all stay tuned for the video and potentially a live stream later on this evening as well. Catch y'all later. I'm out. Leave a like on the way out, y'all, man.